Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Glad to have you all with us for another dose of NFL action. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here in the booth for you. And Brock, if the build-up to kickoff has been any indication this week, man, we're in store for a good one.
Yeah, we never have an NFL game without the two sides doing a little jawing in the days leading up to it. It's the game before the game, right? Any edge that you could create, and now it's the time to kick it off, where you actually take care of business on the field, and you know that both sides are ready to go.
Here comes their offense to begin this series, and leading them to the field, as always, is the QB.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC. And he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, we're one snap in, and already this defense has potentially killed this opening drive. And remember how valuable every possession is in the NFL. Talk about setting an immediate tone by this defense.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Going the wrong way, and that's going to cost them. That is a safety. All right, Brock, here it is, the totally common opening drive safety to put our first points on the board.
You know, Kate, I don't know why baseball's cornered the market on this adage of, well, the great thing about baseball is you show up and anything can happen. You may see something you've never seen before. Well, it's the same thing in this game, and we just witnessed it right there. I think that's the first time on an opening drive I've seen a safety. And I think it sets the scene for what's going to be a wild, wild day.
It's fielded at the 14. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. And leading them out is one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Has the 1st and more, past midfield. Hits the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish up their opening drive. And on their opening drive, we see what may be their most exciting highlight of this entire contest. I'm hoping that's not the case, but it might be quite the touchdown run right there.
Yeah, I'll raise my hand to co-sign that one with you. We know how hard explosive pass plays are. Run plays are even more difficult. So a run of that length on the opening drive, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to say it'll be their last.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Cincinnati headed back out for its second drive now. In their last drive, reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, here's Daniels. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. And a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. On the move, headed right. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Our score reads 9-0. We'll return to the link right after this. So on 4th down, outruns J.K. Scott to send it skyward. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Starts his return from the 23. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Thought he had a shot at the end zone there. The return goes for 38 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. Now for the 2nd time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles push their lead to 15. He saw that running lane pretty early, you could tell. A quick burst got him to it, through it, and then into a foot race down the field.
And there's the challenge defensively. With a group that has this much speed and athleticism, you're late for just a second. You lose your eyes for just a second, Kate, and he is gone once he touched the 2nd level.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles take a 16-point lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 24. Chase down to his right. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He has it at the 22. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he houses it on the return all the way back for a touchdown. They have him back there because of what he can do with even the smallest sliver of daylight. And for my money, Brock, there aren't many plays more exciting than seeing a punt return for a touchdown.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the playground back in the day, right? You play tag, and you just can't get to that guy. He's just making you miss. Whether it is, I don't know, Devin Hester, Dante Hall, the human joystick, or Cordero Patterson, those elite guys, you just can't bring them down.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles stretch the lead to 23. Now, Brock, you always tell me they're special for a reason. Quite the boost from their special teams on that score as they kick it away. Return coming from the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They're out and set, 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the Big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
They've got him knocked down, and they're just simply not letting him get off the mat, Kate. Anytime it seems like they may be able to do something, there's another rusher coming through to just belt him, to hit him, and make him aware that this defense isn't going anywhere.
Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. Taken in by Smith. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook. He knocked him back across the line.
And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line. Run play only gets back to the line, and that'll bring up fourth down. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a great return has the offense just a touch shy of midfield as they start this drive. So to begin the third quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. They'll run here from the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. There's time to chide him about poor tackling later, Brock.
And I probably will.
And you probably will. Coach probably will give him an earful about it as well. But let's not let the missed tackle take away from excellent effort he had on that run.
Yeah, it really was his effort to force that missed tackle, kid. I think that's the key, and open the door for that touchdown. As soon as he slipped that stop, his mind was focused on one thing and one thing only, the end zone.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer. Back
to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Escapes out to the left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 27.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. J.K. Scott will kick it away. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Secures this at the 17. Jukes out a one stop. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Found some space, ended up with 18 on that return. And they're going to take over possession. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to him. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another carry for him. Along the sideline inside the 25. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now Daniels off the play action. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickel back. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. They'll run here on 1st down. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Eagles ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach. Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. It's a gain of 4, and they're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They give it to him again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that gives them 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles running them out of the building. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles continue piling onto this lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Second and 3 now. From the gun, it's Daniels. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
They'll send out the punting unit. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. Looking to return from the 29. Escapes a defender. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Huge return here as he picks up 30. And the Eagles will start their drive in optimal field position. The Eagles back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. First and 10 from the 41. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. They'll run it from the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He'll take 5 on the carry. That gets him back to even. 2nd and 10 now.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Hand off to the back. He still has room inside the 30. And he'll add to their lead on the final play of the game as he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles throwing 6 more on the blowout. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines. But for a lot of the guys coming into this league each year, they're used to it. If there's time left, if you're trying to score, you're going to want to eat, no matter what the game situation is, and they used every last second available.
So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. That's it for all of us. On behalf of our crew and my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. This has been another edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. And thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Buckle up, partner. I think this is going to be an aerial show. Both of these teams giving us the hint that the ball's going to be in the air a lot in this one.
Oh, no question. I think both teams were very clear in our weekly meetings that that was going to be the plan. And what we see right now in today's modern football, Mike, is the direct
into space. It's a foot race. And he's going to take this all the way back. 94 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, a dream start to this one. The opening kickoff taken back all the way for the first points of the game.
And each one of these teams, Mike, they've spent the entire week discussing how can we get off to a fast start. But you don't get out to much of a faster start than returning the opening kickoff of the game. It's a dream start, as you said. And, man, you just don't draw it up much better than that.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Tyreek now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
All right, Mike, now the question is, how do they come onto the field and answer the bell? They give up the quick strike on the kickoff return. Do they come out here now and try to strike back quickly? Whether it's a long, methodical drive or something fast, just don't press too fast. There is a long way to go, a lot of football left to be played. There is no need to panic.
Here's 1st and 10. Daniels starts with a pass. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Hill brought in motion. They'll go play action here with Daniels.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They bring their tight end right. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Daniels to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles move out on top, 14-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Dolphins offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Motion the slot man left. On play action, Daniels. He'll get this out wide. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Tight end going in motion here. On second down, it's Daniels. Oh, he tried to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick six.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He gets it to go. And the Eagles looking terrific here out of the gate. Already up 21-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
3rd and long. Hill brought in motion. 3rd and long, and here's Daniels. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this 1st quarter. One quarter in the books. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. So 4th down, and the Aussie, Torrey Taylor, on to kick it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from just beyond midfield. And he's going to take it all the way. Electric moment on the return for touchdown. Well, Greg, he kicked it out of his own end zone. Unfortunately, the ball returned back to the end zone. This time in the hands of the return man. A punt return score for 6.
Mike, punting out of your end zone, there's really 2 big factors. Oftentimes, the punter is in a hurry. He's 1 step, kick, get this thing out of there. but also the coverage unit. They're so worried about protecting the kick. They're late to get into coverage. I think that's what we saw here. Returner has a bunch of space to operate. He's able to take it all the way back for the touchdown.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
So a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. Backed up because of the penalty, but no matter. The extra point is good. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Quickly out. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Hopkins sent in motion. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. From the shotgun on 3rd down. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. And remember, his first return was taken back for a touchdown. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a very nice return. He is giving the offense a short field. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. They have a very short field to work with following the good punt return. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Throwing on second down. Daniels. To the left side, he's got Njoku. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Third down, it's Robinson. And this drive is going backward, taken down for a loss. The defense with a quick 3-and-out. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. That's taken in at the 50. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. So we've reached halftime here in South Philly, and the Eagles are on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime report.
Hi, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
After losses on the last 2 run plays, they face 3rd down and 14. Throwing is Daniel. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone, and that is a safety. Fortunate that that was not worse for the offense. The pressure's on. They knock it out of the quarterback's hands, but only a safety instead of the defense getting a touchdown.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, Mike, you always have that clock in your head, but that clock has to speed up even quicker when you find yourself dropping in your own end zone. And fortunately for them, that fumble doesn't lead to a touchdown, but instead results in the 2-point safety.
So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line. Returnable from the 17. The Eagles offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
I half expected to see all 11 defenders piled up on top of him at the end of this run to make sure he was finally down, because a couple times on that run, it looked like he was cooked, only to shake off those tackles and keep on cooking.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll stick with him again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Now a run on first down. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Here's a run. He is in. Touchdown, Eagles. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles add on to their already sizable lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Throwing now, Daniels. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to bring this one back. It is a punt return touchdown for the special teams unit. And now they are starting to pour it on here. All phases going at the punt return unit for yet another touchdown.
Some days, Mike, it's just your day, and that's what today is for this team. It just seems everything they're doing, everything they're calling is coming up right. The latest being that punt return to extend this lead. Wow, what a play.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. And the Eagles stretch things out even further. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. And the rich get richer. They've got the big lead, and they start with it 1st and goal. He'll try the right side this time. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still 2nd down.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game. Offense. Still 2nd down.
Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top.
Game. Offense. Still 2nd down.
Task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Back to the ground after the penalty. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far. So they're unable to add one more point onto this big lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Tyreek now to return it. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The visitors' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
To throw is Daniels. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Delay of game. Offense. Still 1st down.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Eagles. And this was as good as it gets, all three phases of the game in perfect harmony as they post a lopsided shutout victory. That'll do it for us. For my partner, Greg Olson, our entire team, Mike Tirico, this has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out on X at EA Sports_Mike. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the second down and 6. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Peterson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. James Harrison tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. On the return is Peterson. Oh, look at the juke. Look at those stick skills. A great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, have the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Thorpe. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Thorpe. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 17 yards out. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3-and-out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3-and-out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose. But you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Peterson. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw. Peterson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. A give to Smith out of the gun. Gets past one man. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Emmitt Smith, the ageless wonder, showing that he still has the strength, the body to fight those tacklers off.
Hard to get down. I liken him off into a crafty pitcher who has a lot of stuff, right? Throw the curveball, off speed, there comes the fastball, slider, changeup, always changing speeds, changing locations. He was that way when you tried to tackle him. One time you get the shoulder pads.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
A first down carry for Smith. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Emmitt Smith, 40 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Aubrey now for the point after. Well, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's the Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith who caps it off with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Peterson. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Carter. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Peterson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and then get anywhere close to a 1st down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Peterson. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run up the middle with Emmitt. Nifty footwork at the 45. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Emmitt Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground to about the 35, second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Thorpe. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Delay of game penalty. Ships them back 5 yards. Makes it 3rd and 10.
Delay of game. Offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. McNabb to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 74 yards. And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Aubrey now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken inside his own 40. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Smith up the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 144 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll stay on the ground with Emmett. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Gets by him at the 25. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 23. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Delay of game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Thorpe. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off inside the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes this 35-0 now. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Jordan Davis forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Bargain miraculous comeback. This offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by a former Cowboy, Deion Sanders. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That kind of puts the bow on what has been a complete performance, Charles. They're pitching a shutout on the other side in this offense. They've done their thing well, too.
Yeah, this game has been all-out effort from them on every snap, and there's a good amount of pride on the line right now. They want to finish what they started. They want this shutout preserved.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Peterson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Jordan Davis
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
And he's going to be intercepted. intercepted a third time. Picked off by a former Cowboy, Deion Sanders. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick-6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick-6?
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. the place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Welcome in, everyone. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind. But I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You can look at past performance. You can look at metrics. You can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off. And from there, it's anybody's game.
So outruns their offense for the first time this game. And they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. Still finding room past the 45. Into the red zone. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one doesn't make the landing zone, so this drive's going to start at the 40.
Free kick out of bounds.
So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another carry for Robinson. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. Rattler setting to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. He has it at the 22. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. He picks up 16 on the good return. And the Eagles will take possession. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
2nd and 3 now. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have 2nd down and 5. Into the second level past the 30. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Now Rattler escapes the pocket. And he's tackled for a short gain. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Vikings with it on 4th and 4. Torrey Taylor on to punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. Punt meets him at the 28. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. The Eagles back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Open space inside the 40. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety.
You could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
After surrendering the safety, they're out to boot it away. He fields this at the 18. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 14. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Vikings and this running back headed back out for a new series. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're getting to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a lot of cornerbacks in this league can get to the QB in the pass rush, and not just once. That's now twice, Kate. They're going to have to devote some resources to blocking this corner because he's just a different kind of beast.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Eagles will return this well into the red zone before he's brought down. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
Wow, again they don't snap it before the play clock runs out.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still first down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He cuts it, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll get another chance to knock the extra point through. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good. Aubrey now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 coming up here. Running left is Robinson. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Rattler. Steve. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. His work begins at the 31. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Excellent return. He got 22 before being stopped. And the Eagles will start their drive in optimal field position. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He still has room inside the 30. With some fancy footwork there for the touchdown. The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. They went to the ground game, Brock, and you could tell he just made up his mind. He was not going to be denied short of that goal line.
Isn't this just the essence of football that's been around forever? I know through the decades we've seen the run and shoot, the air raid, the West Coast system. But, baby, this is all about the line of scrimmage. Overpower that man in front of you and force your will upon him, pushing that ball into the end zone.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Vikings offense back to the field now. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Vikings have it to start the 4th, and given that score, they're going to need points every time out from here on. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here's Rattler. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So out now comes the punter. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Fields this clean at the 30. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. The Eagles returning their offense and this running back to the field. New series coming up following the punt. And they're going to take over possession. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Hand off to the back. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles put this one away a long time ago. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff now from the gun. Jukes one defend.
And sorry if you've heard this before, Brock. They scored again, and they grow that lead further.
The Eagles continue adding to an insurmountable lead. And yet again, he's made a trip to the end zone, his 5th on the ground. And now just one more return visit away from tying that NFL single-game record. For the point after, here's Aubrey. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Has this at the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Rattler to the air now. Still on his feet. But there's too much pressure, and he's brought down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Throwing from the gun here. It's out. That's a live ball. Bouncing near the goal line. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough third down here. It's out, that's a live ball, bouncing near the goal line. And the defense piles on at the end here as they take it back for the touchdown. The Eagles are running them out of the building. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles continue piling onto this lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line, and he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. The Vikings now set to take the field. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down. A whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Rattler back to throw. Escapes his grasp. It's out. That's a live ball. Bouncing near the goal line. And there it is. He just kept choosing to go backward, partner. And now he's all the way in his own end zone for a safety. Cannot believe it. Definitely a rare moment we just witnessed here, Brock. That is their 2nd safety of this game. This defense is showing out.
Capitalizing on any and every opportunity they get. I'll tell you what, a lot of crazy things enter my mind during a football game, watching and analyzing. But 2 safeties, never seen it coming. You ever been to a game with 2 safeties, Kate?
No, I was ripping through the memory bank too, and I can't think of one.
Yeah, kudos to this defense to make it happen not once, but twice.
It's a foot race! And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown! The Eagles throwing 6 more on the blowout. everything has been working for them, Brock. One of their best games all around in a long while, and now that includes special teams as those guys take it to the house.
This is just a good old-fashioned game of add-on, and he never gave his offense a shot. He wanted to do it himself, making sure the special teams got their chance to play a little add-on.
So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And if they could play at this level every time out, now their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. So for our crew, my partner Brock Heward and myself, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been Madden Ultimate Team. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.